We're here today at the 7th annual Erins Aaim for Change run and walk, 5K run and walk. And we've got the distinct pleasure, the honor of being here with the founder and the chairman and the president, and they do it all. They do it all. We've got Jerry Olmsted, Aaron's father, and we've got Paul Otto to my right. Now, I don't know what your titles are, but these guys, they run the show. So, Jerry, what is your title with Erins Aaim?
Dad, I guess. No. I don't know. We have a committee that runs everything.
It's a committee,
And Paul is actually in charge of the committee, and he's the chief, and we're all the Indians.
Yes, you're the Indians. So, Paul, you're in charge of the committee. Can you keep them in line? Is it tough to keep Jerry in line, keep him focused?
Well, yeah, the first couple of years it was a little easier because at the time, Jerry, I think that when we had our first run, I don't think Jerry quite knew what to expect with this thing. And then after the first year, he really realized what this whole thing was going to be all about and the way that it was going to continue on and on. And we really, what Jerry said it right, we got a group of a lot of people from Orland Park that have known each other for a long time. And when Aaron passed away, tragically, we rallied behind that, and really, it's really been fantastic. I think for the Olmsted family to support this, to have this event every year.
Yeah, this was the first time I've had the opportunity, the pleasure to come out to the run, and I've known about Erins Aaim. We've been supporting it through the golf outing for I think 4 years now, and it's a wonderful cause. I like to say that it supports a number of issues or a number of causes because it gives Erins Aaim is a foundation set up in honor of Aaron Olmsted, Jerry's daughter, and it helps contribute for college scholarships for Sandburg High School and for Plainfield East, and also, of course, Aaim, which is Alliance Against Intoxicated Motorists. So it's a phenomenal cause here in Orland Park, and I'm really pleasantly surprised. Not necessarily surprised, but it's great to see coming out and seeing the groundswell of support. Jerry, how is it? How have you seen it grow over the years?
Well, I think the first year, it was new and nobody knew about it, and we probably had about 350 or 400 people. Our peak year, maybe last year, probably the weather was beautiful. I think we had over 600 people out here. Today the weather hurt us a little bit, but we had over 400 pre-registered, and I'd say that probably another 100 showed up out here today. So it's grown. With our hard work, it'll continue to grow. We have to thank everybody on our committee. The Orland Gridiron Classic is probably one of our biggest supporters, along with Kohl's Department Store. So.
Yes, well, we'll continue to be a big supporter, and we look forward to have the opportunity. Now, you've got a very special chairman and chairperson that had the event. I know they're really behind it, and I've talked to Pat and I've talked to Stacy about it, and they love to sing the praises. They just he just can't get out here like he should. But who do we have as the chairman and the chairperson?
Our honorary chairpersons, of course, are Pat Fitzgerald and his lovely wife Stacy, and big supporters. And it just helps being in Orland Park and having Pat's name associated with it.
Yes.
He's kind of like a living legend around here, I think.
Yes, he is. Yes,
and doing a heck of a job at Northwestern.
Yeah, no, he does. It's a great job, and we're going to have to get him out here one of these years and get him to. I know at this time when we do it in September, it's tough to get him out. Maybe we can get him out for the golf outing. But Paul, have you been around right from the beginning?
Yes, actually, this whole thing started right after Aaron died. We had a big fundraiser with Orland Youth Association, and we raised a lot of money. And when we got this money, we didn't quite know what to do with it, so we decided to set up a scholarship fund for students, graduates of Sandburg. And that was so there was no race. It was just the money that we got from that original fundraiser. And then we decided about 7 years ago that it would be pretty neat to carry this thing on through this 5K. And so we just got together with the village, who's been so supportive with us, and the beautiful Centennial Park where we're located. It was just a great setting for the run, and that really took off at that point. We got a lot of support from Sandburg, and then Kate Olmsted Morris, Aaron's sister, is a teacher at Plainfield East, and we thought, it'd be a good idea. Let's bring Plainfield East into this and start giving them some scholarships, and so they're supporting us real well. So it's just
neat when the Plainfield East school buses come rolling in here.
Yes, it's a big community, the whole Chicagoland area, but it's great out here in Orland Park. And you've got, as you said, we have the support. We've got this. We can see the fire department. We talked earlier to Chief Ken Brucky, and the fire department is solidly behind it. It's great to see the whole community behind it. It's an event that I look forward to, and in terms of the walk, and we're going to keep doing everything we can to keep raising money. We had raised money last year through the Chicago Auto Trade Association. Had a contest, and we were able to do that, and that I won't say it was found money, but it was a nice winning at that point. So we'll keep doing what we're doing. I see you got the Northwestern hat on. That's why I'm wearing a Northwestern shirt. It's a connection with Pat Fitzgerald. Pat Fitzgerald being a coach, Pat Fitzgerald being a alumni and a graduate of Sandburg High School, as well as a Pioneer, as a former Pioneer. And we all still love the Pioneers. So as we wrap up another 7th annual, what would you say as far as what do you see for the future of Erins? What do you see as the future of Erins Aaim?
Well, we're going to try to keep expanding the event. I think every year we've expanded the amount of scholarships that we've given. We've expanded the amount of donations we've made for Aaim. So I think in the future is what we all strive for. Let's be bigger and better.
Yes, and it's they always say politics is local. To me, it's also charity is local. So this is a charity you get behind. You know what they do, and you know they're there, and you've got the face. Look at this face. Look at these two faces. This is the face of the charity. So when you're here in the community, this isn't just something that's just a symbol. This is well beyond a symbol and a trademark. This is real. This is with the community. So Paul, where do you see it going, and as we going into the future with Erins Aaim?
Well, like Jerry had already said, just try to keep growing this thing. But I think the one thing that we sometimes don't think about as much that's equally as important is we're trying to get a message out there. It's sure it's about the scholarships and all that, but it's the message that the consequences of bad decision making can be fatal. And on the back of our shirts it says awareness without change. That doesn't mean anything. You've got to change, and we're hoping that drive that home and make Orland Park and the surrounding communities a lot safer for everyone involved. And that's what we see as the future, to just keep this thing going and keep the awareness out there.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up, and that's how we'll wrap up, because we're talking a lot about the fact that we're raising money for charity. I mean, not just for scholarships and Aaim, but it's the message that you get out and you keep it up, because I've said before when I was talking to the president of Aaim that you never feel like you're going to win the battle. You feel like you're making progress, because it's going to be a lifelong battle. It's just the way there's always going to be somebody knows better, but you're always going to have to keep the message out there. So I want to thank you, Jerry Olmsted. Yes, sir.
The one thing I would mention, it's we're not talking about not having a good time. I mean, I go to parties.
Yes.
I drink beer.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just getting in that car when you shouldn't be.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
It's being able to plan and being able to be responsible.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. So that's today's theme, is being responsible and just in taking others into account when you're coming out there. So we want to thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you for having us out here today. Paul, thank you for everything you do. And how'd you go off in the golf outing?
We did okay. We didn't win it, but I think we were like 5-6 under or something like that.
You got your handicap down to about a 5? Okay, we'll keep it up. We want to thank everyone for watching today here at Aaim, and we hope to be here for the 8th annual in 2014. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Paul.